What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to this year's Death Battle franchise win rates episode. Unlike the last 2 years, we'll be doing this one a bit differently. For starters, it will be voiced, and it will overall be less visually based, unlike the last 2 episodes. I will also be focusing more on which franchises were affected this year and what new series have been introduced. Before we begin, I'll be delivering the yearly statistics. Death Battle, as of the end of Season 7, has used 102 separate series over the course of 140 episodes. The show has, as of Season 7, used 273 different characters. Season 7 introduces 6 new series and 50 new characters to the show's lineup. It also features 4 returning fighters, 2 of which made their 3rd Death Battle appearance. This season of Death Battle also featured 10 fights relating to DC or Marvel. If you exclude the 7 Battle Royale, then 50% of the season was Marvel or DC related. Those are the statistics. Now let's get this year's episode started off right with the series unfortunate enough to find themselves at the bottom. The 0% section, home to Death Battle's biggest losers. The series that just couldn't get that coveted win, no matter how many attempts. I'll first go over the series that were unaffected by this season, and then we'll get to the new victims of this section. The series with a 0% win rate include Final Fight, Battletoads, God of War, Bomberman, Real Life, Harry Potter, Doom, Thundercats, Ninja Gaiden, Bucky O'Hare, Terminator, Gamera, Sega Sanshiro, Splinter Cell, Bayonetta, Jak and Daxter, Twisted Metal, Team Fortress 2, Scott Pilgrim, Uncharted, Shovel Knight, McGruff the Crime Dog, Bleach, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Crash Bandicoot, Kid Icarus, Dead Rising, Tekken, Afro Samurai, Ben 10, Full Metal Alchemist, Mob Psycho 100, and the new biggest loser in all of Death Battle, Soul Calibur. Since Power Rangers finally got their win, Soul Calibur is now the only series to have more than 2 episodes and have a 0% win rate. This season also adds 2 new series into this graveyard of mediocrity. These series being American Dragon Jake Long and Sailor Moon. With their inclusions, that's all we have for the 0% section. Now let's move on to the series who can actually perform well. The Boys is a weird series to judge. It has 6 characters already on the show, but it only has 1 episode. Battle Royales are known to screw over series, but this one just doesn't have a normal episode to go off of. So The Boys is unfortunately sitting at the worst performing series in Death Battle history. Well, besides the 0% at least. At the lowest performing series that has at least 1 win and isn't a Battle Royale, we have the Mega Man series. Ironically, despite having 2 wins, they still take this slot. The Battle Royale mostly being to blame, but excluding Zero, none of the other fighters performed all that well to begin with. But hey, 22% beats 0% any day. At 25%, we have the Power Rangers. After 7 long seasons and 4 episodes, the Power Rangers series has finally got a win under its belt. And it was against a 2-time Death Battle winner, no less. Season 7 was especially kind to these Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Also at 25%, we have Mega Man. Again! Yep, this year will be a little different. I'll be giving 2 calculations for series that feature a Battle Royale. That way, a franchise won't be held back due to 1 episode killing off 2 to 4 characters. Mega Man without the Battle Royale is still carried by Zero's win, but hey, 25% beats 22% any day. Remember how people said Death Battle hated Dragon Ball? Well, this series might actually have an argument. Naruto comes in at a painful 29% win rate. Considering the series' previous percentages on the last 2 lists, they have dropped off notably, going from a 50% win rate to a 40% win rate, and now sitting at a 29% win rate. Kakashi and Rock Lee's losses did not help. Hopefully next season can help get the Naruto series out of this seasonal rut. Up next, we have the 33% Club, and fittingly, we have 3 series included in this section. Starting us off will be My Little Pony and Final Fantasy, returning from last year, but this year, yet another series has found itself in this portion of the list. Gray vs. Esdeath has pushed Fairy Tail down from a 50% win rate to its new 33% win rate. An interesting point of note is that this will be Final Fantasy's final year at 33%. Cloud is returning for Season 8, so regardless of if he wins or not, the series is guaranteed to be leaving this position. It would seem that this year Street Fighter is not alone at this position. But what other series can be used 11 times and lose 7 episodes? Oh yeah, that makes sense. With Wally West beating Archie Sonic, the series has fallen from 40% to 36%. Funnily enough, it was tied with Mario at 40% last year. But just like the console wars, Nintendo has risen above Sega yet again. As mentioned before, Mario has a 40% win rate. Now, before I list our other new members of the 40% club, I just wanted to address something. Some people have asked why I included DK as a Mario character. Well, DK and Mario originate in the same game, and DK is in the sports games and spin-off games constantly. He is a Mario character at heart, and it felt unnecessary to put him by himself. Now, of course, if I did separate him, DK would be at 100% win rate. But one could argue that Yoshi and Wario are their own series as well. Smash lists them as such, so I would need to remove them as well. Yoshi would obviously be sitting at 100% win rate, and Wario would be sitting at 0. For simplicity's sake, I just combined the Mario-related series together. But if you prefer to separate them, then use the other numbers I listed. Anyway, alongside Mario, we have the Mortal Kombat series and the Star Wars series now sitting at a 40% win rate. Sindel and Goro losing their episodes have sent Mortal Kombat spiraling down. A series that once had over a 50% win rate and then sat at a 50% win rate now sits here at the 40% marker. Star Wars, on the other hand, made its long overdue return to Death Battle, and Obi-Wan scored the series a victory. With another confirmed episode on the way, Star Wars' performance on Death Battle looks bright. Let's just hope they aren't forced to take another L. You know, for a series that gets so many episode slots, you'd think it could at the very least perform well. Marvel, despite being the most used series in Death Battle history, winds up with a whopping 36 episodes, has only won 15 of them. The series has 20 losses and 1 tie thanks to Deadpool. Despite 4 new losses and 3 new wins, its percentage has only stagnated. Once episode numbers get this high, it's hard to get the numbers to move unless the series has a win streak or a loss streak. It's actually only at 42% this year because of how I rounded up for fairness. If not for that, it would still be sitting at a 41% win rate like last year. I guess you could say Marvel's win rate is anything but marvelous. More middle of the road at best. I guess you could say Leonardo is a shell of his former self. At 43%, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. After Leo's defeat at the hands of Jason, the series has dropped from its former 50% rating, though this is technically the first official loss for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle character. Once again, the Battle Royale screwed them out of a higher rating, but we will get to the non-Battle Royale version a bit later on. We have now reached the series that perform above average when compared to the other series before them. Considering how many 0% we had, I'd say making even looks good by comparison. Starting us off will be the series unaffected by Season 7. Those being BlazBlue, Transformers, The Legend of Zelda, Gundam, Ruby, Digimon, Devil May Cry, and Overwatch. Now let's do the positive changes first, because spoilers, there are way more drops than there are increases. Our first positive change is that My Hero Academia and Darkstalkers have escaped the 0% graveyard and are now sitting at a comfortable 50%, thanks to Shoto and Jean's victories. I also want to point out that Darkstalkers is the longest running series when it comes to having a 0% win rate, at least out of those that have escaped 0%. Felicia vs. Taukaka was in Season 1, and it took them 6 seasons to get another episode and another win. The Pokemon series has also seen an increase thanks to Machamp beating Goro. That's all she wrote for positives, so here are the negatives. One Punch Man and He-Man dropped from their previous 100% win rates thanks to Genos and She-Ra losing. Killer Instinct also took a tumble due to Saberwolf losing. Lastly, Red vs. Blue got another episode, but because they are fighting themselves, well, they're still at 50%. We have seen the losers. We have seen the middle of the road series. And we have seen those who went even. But now we have the series that went positive. First up is Pokemon. But again, with the starter Battle Royale removed, Pikachu and Charizard are the series' only losing episode, with Lucario, Mewtwo, and Machamp winning theirs, putting the series at a cool 60% win rate. The Pokemon series has actually been on a winning streak since Season 3. You can't win them all, but Pokemon has been catching these dubs for quite a while now. At 66%, like with 33%, we have 3 series listed here. Anyway, starting us off at 66% is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series after the Battle Royale is removed. Last season, under this listing, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually would have been on the same tier as Kirby and the other 2-time winning series. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles last season would have been in the top 6 best performing series on Death Battle based on win percentage. TMNT has fallen a bit, but I think we should give the series more credit, especially since I failed to do so last season. Speaking of fallen giants, Avatar: The Last Airbender has finally dropped from its 100% win rate after holding it for 5 seasons. It's a tragic loss, but once you start throwing in multiple episodes, it tends to happen. Lastly, we have the One Piece series, now sitting at a 66% win rate thanks to Sanji beating Rock Lee. I just want to say this now. I didn't plan this, but man, the irony of it all. Before I reveal who these 2 series are, I just want to say this. Dragon Ball fans have officially lost their right to complain. At 67%, we have both the Dragon Ball series and DC Comics. DC picked up 5 wins this season, with only 2 losses, and Dragon Ball Z picked up 2 wins. Both series are currently tied for the best performing series on the show that doesn't have a 100% win rate. Dragon Ball has actually been on a winning streak since Kirby vs. Boom. 5 wins in a row. Meanwhile, DC has also been on multiple winning streaks over the years. Out of the 2, DC is obviously the more impressive since they have this number with 30 episodes under their belt. Meanwhile, Dragon Ball did it with 9. To Dragon Ball Z's credit though, they used to have a 25% win rate back during the early days of Season 2. They've certainly bounced back over the years, and you know what? There's only one way to prove which series is truly better. Who else here is hyped for Goku vs. Superman 3?
What? You fuckers. You fuckers. You motherfucker, I will rain hellfire upon you!
Here, we have the best of the best. Well, that and the suckers lucky enough to win it on the first try, and then never compete again. But regardless, 100% is still 100%, so let's get a listing. The unaffected series from Season 6 include Spawn, Dig Dug, Halo, Strider, Star Fox, Robocop, Berserk, Guilty Gear, Gargoyles, Astro Boy, Ratchet & Clank, Tomb Raider, DuckTales, Voltron, Smokey the Bear, Fist of the North Star, Spyro the Dragon, Kingdom Hearts, Resident Evil, Samurai Jack, Elfen Lied, Persona, F-Zero, Yu Yu Hakusho, Castlevania, and The Mask. We also have 3 new contenders for this category. As of Season 7, these 3 series have joined the 100% win rate club. The series in question are Akame ga Kill, Danny Phantom, and Soul Eater. Now before we go, I'm sure eagle-eyed viewers have noticed that 4 specific series have been excluded up until now. Well, those 4 series are the only series to have multiple wins and a 100% win rate. These 5 include the Metroid series, featuring Samus and Samus, but again, the Metal Gear series, featuring Snake and Raiden, the Kirby series, featuring Kirby and King Dedede, and lastly, the Godzilla series, featuring Godzilla and Mechagodzilla. Well, that's it. No, I'm not forgetting anything. I mean, why would you even say that? I mean, I don't forget things. Oh, hey, Shark, what's up? Yeah, I'm about finished up. Yeah, I talked about all 4 2-time winning series.
Oi, mate, you fucking did it again, yeah?
What are you talking about?
It's Fatal Fury, you idiot!
Oh. Yeah, I have a mistake to live up to. Last year, I completely forgot to include the Fatal Fury series. It's extra bad when you realize that the series was one of the best performing series on the show. Fatal Fury actually has been sitting at 100% win rate since Season 3. It has the second longest streak in the show's history, only being beaten out by Metal Gear, which had both of its episodes in Season 2. What makes this more mind-numbing to me is that Terry is in Smash. You'd think I wouldn't forget a Smash Bros. Character when it's my favorite video game series of all time, especially since Terry is a DLC character that I was actively hyped for and I actively play him. Well, that about wraps up this year's edition of the Death Battle franchise win rates. I'm glad you guys enjoyed last year's edition so much that you requested a sequel. If you want another one next year, just do what you've been doing. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this meets your expectations. Well, that's all from me. See you guys next year for the Season 8 franchise win rates.